Today, my sister is back with me because she wants to tell you all about this wonderful pair of tennis shoes that she found. Now, you have always worn regular tennis shoes, like regular name brands, like what?
Adidas, Asics.
Do you ever wear Reebok?
No, not to exercise in.
Okay.
I don't exercise in Reebok. Can't do Nike. For some reason, Nike doesn't do good on my feet. New Balance, can't do New Balance to exercise in. Really, Asics has been the best to exercise in as far as maybe like a $60 or $70 pair of tennis shoes.
Right. And so what made you start looking at this pair of tennis shoes?
Well, I had bought, it's funny because I had bought these Brooks right here. These are the GTS Brooks about 2 years ago. And I always heard that Brooks was a really good tennis shoe. These I got at Dick's Sporting Goods.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you, where you found them. If you had to order them online.
No, these were about 120 bucks.
I've never paid $120 for tennis shoes, but I know, like, I think Ashley has.
Yeah, these were about 120 bucks. And, you know, in the store, they were fine. But when I got home and got to walking around in them, I hated them. They hurt my feet. But Brooks, depending on what type of Brooks you get, and I did not know this because Dick's Sporting Goods is a store that you walk into. They sell tennis shoes. They have salespeople. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the girl that helped us that day didn't know about tennis shoes. She didn't know to say, this kind of tennis shoe is going to do this to your heel, this to your sole. It's going to straighten your foot out.
Right.
You know, she didn't know to tell us all that. So I just bought these because I thought, oh, I like the colors on them. I bought them.
Right.
They're Brooks.
That's how I usually
They're
buy
supposed to
mine.
be good tennis shoes. They're 120 bucks. I get them home and they're real hard on the bottom. I hated them. They hurt my feet. It was almost like they straightened my ankle to the point to where they sucked. So I ended up going out and I ended up buying me a pair of Asics, and I used these for a mud run this past year, a 5K mud run.
That is where you run through the mud.
Yeah, because I thought so little of these tennis shoes that I didn't care if they got runned in the mud.
They told her wear something that
you can throw away.
Right.
Well, when I came home, they were caked in mud, but I knew that I was going to do more mud runs in the future, so I thought I'm going to try to wash them. I hosed them down with a water hose, ended up sticking them in the washer. They washed up pretty good. They'll get used for another mud run this year. So then, I don't buy tennis shoes often. Tennis shoes are supposed to normally last about 6 months, and I buy tennis shoes about once a year because I'm cheap. So I'll wear them.
You see where I get it.
I'll wear them about once a year, and I'm not a runner, so I don't break down tennis shoes easy. Strength training, you know, you're strength training. You're doing lunges and squats and stuff like that. It's not like you're beating the crap out of a tennis shoe. So I can do tennis shoes, you know, once a year.
Right.
But anyway, my personal trainer, Stephanie, ended up getting a pair of Brooks. And I thought that they were adorable. I liked the look of them. And every time she would come to class, I'd see her in these Brooks. And she would say that they were wonderful tennis shoes. She spent $150 on them, and she went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and she ended up running a half marathon in them. And she said they were absolutely wonderful. And I thought, you know what, I will give Brooks another shot. So there's a place in Richmond called Soft Shoe, and that's where Stephanie told me that she got hers. And I went over there and I bought these. These are Brooks Levitate 2s. They're $150. They're around $159 something with tax. And it's got they call this a sock something because it doesn't have this is just a different kind of
the back of this goes down,
fitting around the top. Well, so I went in, and Soft Shoe is an awesome place to get tennis shoes because the people that work there, you tell them what you do, they can do a scan of your foot, and they can tell you the best tennis shoes to buy.
Right. It's kind of like the place in Lexington.
Yes, and they don't sell just regular cheap brand. Well, they're not
Typical brands.
typical brands of tennis shoes. They're going to do stuff that you're going to run in and stuff like that.
Right.
So the girl told me she said actually the Levitate 2 is going to be a good tennis shoe for you, which was wonderful news to me because this was the same exact shoe that Stephanie had, and I loved them on her. Except she had picked out a pair that were gray and black, and when I seen them at the store, I thought, I don't know if I like them too much. And then I saw this color. And when I saw this color on the shelf, I thought, those are ugly. And then for some reason I said I'm going to try them on, and then I think they're the cutest things I've ever seen.
They are cute. They're
adorable.
Cute. Yeah.
They're adorable. But anyway, I walked around in the store with them on forever, and they felt really good. And so today I decided I'm going to actually get out and run in these shoes. I've already strength trained in them. So I've already done lunges in them. I've already done squats in them. Push-ups where you're on your toes. I've already done all that in them. And they were great, but you can do that in a pair of Adidas and it really don't matter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or at least it don't to me. So I got out on the track, and I'm not a runner by any means. So anybody who's listening to this needs to know I'm not one of these people who's going to get out and run 10 miles. It's just not going to happen. But I have mud runs to do this year. I have 5Ks to do this year. So I wanted a good pair of tennis shoes to do in those. These are the most comfortable tennis shoes I've ever had on my feet in my life.
So this is the same brand. What's the difference?
The difference is, it's like, how can I explain this? It's like, I hate to use this as an example, but it's like the difference between smoking a Marlboro Light and a Marlboro Special Blend Light. It's still Marlboro, but it's a different type.
It says GNA, is that what you said?
No, it's GTS. Is what it says on it, and I don't know if that's really the kind it is or what, but it says GTS. I can't remember what they are, but
so do you think it's the back part that you like? Or?
I think it's the whole fit. First of all,
because they feel like they're about they weigh the same.
Well, first of all, I did not know it, and this is what the girl at Soft Shoe told me. When you get Brooks tennis shoes, she said you need to go up half a size.
Oh, okay.
So I wear a size 7 in tennis shoes. These are a size 7. These are a 7.5.
Okay, well, yeah, okay.
Okay, I always heard that you needed room when you ran for your foot to slide, but and I've actually heard that you need to go a whole size up, but that's a big difference. A whole size is a big difference for your foot to slide, and it would be too uncomfortable.
Right.
And these also, I don't know, the whole fit's just different. I mean, look. Yeah, this one's taller.
She's showing you down here.
This one's taller.
This is a taller shoe.
And this one's harder. The sole of this is harder. The inside of it's harder. That's just really soft.
It does have, yeah.
This is this is specifically for you're gonna get out.
That is a huge
You're
difference.
gonna run.
Yeah.
And Brooks comes out with these different types,
right?
All the time, where they're upgrading their tennis shoes. And they just keep getting better and better.
Right.
This is so light on your feet, and it's so cushioned that it's wonderful. And I have horrible issues with my feet anyway. I've had to have injections in my heels and stuff like that. So I could start running in just about any tennis shoe I got, and by the time you'd get a lap around, my feet would be hurting. Not in these bad boys. These have been great.
Well, I never even knew to go up half a size. So anytime I've run, my toes always get knocked around, and I've always wondered why that happens. Well, because I'm wearing the same size tennis shoes, so that.
And you can bruise your toes. Your toes can bruise doing that.
Yeah, I think I've bruised my toes many times.
But regardless, she told me to do a 7.5 because there was a woman in there buying tennis shoes. And she didn't run at all. She was like, she didn't exercise at all. And but she just liked Brooks tennis shoes, and she was told the same thing. Brooks tennis shoes, you need to go up a half a size. Now the company might feel different about that. I don't know, but I got a 7.5, and I'm tickled to death with them.
You all will have to let us know, those of you that run, because I know a lot of you go to the gym, and I know a lot of people out there that watch Strength Train, but you'll have to let us know if you are a runner. Did you go up? Do you wear half a size bigger when you run versus your normal everyday tennis shoes? And if you have a pair of these Brooks tennis shoes, let us know, because I had never even heard of them until Jennifer brought them to my attention. Now, do you still wear socks with these, even though it has the sock thing?
I personally, I've got socks on right now.
Right.
But I'm one of these that don't always want to wear socks.
Okay.
Because sometimes when you're wearing pants like this to run in,
right,
it sort of looks tacky with a big old pair of your black socks hanging out.
Does your trainer wear?
Stephanie wears her shoes barefoot a lot.
Okay.
But Stephanie will tell you, yeah, I do it, but it will make your shoes stink to high heaven.
Right, and I know when she did her run, she was wearing socks.
Yeah, and I don't want to spend $160 on a pair of tennis shoes that's going to smell like...
It's going to smell... We used to call them pot roast feet.
Oh, God, it's a little bit worse than pot roast. It's a little bit worse than pot roast.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to, because you know, your feet do get funky and they sweat, and after a little while, it's going to get ripe in the summer. So I wouldn't want to ruin a good pair of tennis. After paying $150 for them, I certainly would not.
Oh gosh, there's tennis shoes that cost way over that. You know, these young kids, these teenagers now, these tennis shoes that they go for are $200, $250 and stuff.
I can't even imagine.
Jesse's little ex-boyfriend that was coming over to the house, he had a pair of high-top Nikes that he was wearing, and they were ugly. They was the ugliest tennis shoes that I've ever seen in my life, and he was so proud of them. He didn't know what to do, and he paid $200 for them, and I thought... I've seen
ugly. Yeah, so a lot of those
people might think these are ugly too.
A lot of those high top tennis shoes that guys collect, that are like collector shoes.
Oh, Jordans,
and I think they're horrible looking to me. That's yeah.
I don't even think that they had shoestrings in them. I think that they just had a big flap or something that come over. I mean, they were ugly, and he put his foot right up there where you could see him, and
because he was proud of them.
I said, "Oh, what kind of tennis shoes are those?" And he said, "Them's Nikes." I paid $200 for them, and I just sort of went,
"You should have gotten your money back."
Wouldn't give you 50 cents for him, buddy, but he plays basketball.
Right.
And he thought that they were good for basketball.
Right.
So, but...
Well, Jennifer, we'll close up now because we could sit here and chat all day, but she found these tennis shoes and she's thrilled with them, and she said, I want to share these with your viewers because I know a lot of people that watch you, that work out and that run, and she said, I want to share these shoes with them and let them know how wonderful they are. Yeah.
Because usually I have to wear inserts.
Right.
Like that I buy from the podiatrist in my shoes. I put inserts.
And you didn't with these?
There's no inserts in these. They're absolutely wonderful. And you can buy these at Dick's Sporting Goods. You can't buy them, what I've noticed is you can't buy them at places like Shoe Carnival, not around here you can't, or Shoe Show or something like that. Not these type of groups.
Right.
I haven't seen them around here, but they do have them like at Dick's Sporting Goods.
What about like off Broadway and what is it, DSW?
DSW, I don't know if they'd have them or not.
We go to off Broadway a lot.
I recommend, regardless, I recommend somebody go to a shoe store like the one I went to, where you're going to talk to somebody who knows who can look at your foot, who can do a scan of your foot and say, you roll this way, you roll that way, so this is what type of tennis shoe you're going to need,
right? For
the activity that you do and stuff like that.
That's what Ashley did too. Ashley went to a specialty shop and they were able to help her.
And you know, you take $160 with tax, and you divide that into 12 months, how much is that?
Right.
So you get, you know,
and you're taking care of
yourself. Even if you divide it into 6 months, and every 6 months, you know, you get a new pair or something like that.
Yeah, it's better than what happened to me and my feet.
It's in the long run, yeah. If it keeps you out of the podiatrist and getting
laid up for weeks.
Yeah, and stuff like that, then it's worth the money.
Right.
Because you got to take care of your feet.
Right.
You have to take
Well,
care
let us know. You all will have to let us know if you've heard of these shoes, if you have a pair, and answer my question about going up a size, because I'm very curious about that, because I've never done that in my life, gone up a size. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.